This is it. My sister's somewhere on this vessel. I've no idea what awaits on board, but to be honest, we don't have time to worry about that now. We know we have trouble on the way very soon, so we just need to hope that I can get my sister out of this situation quickly, and then hopefully we can all get out of here as quickly as possible before friendly fire arrives. You know, I'm so grateful to my friends helping me get this far. I don't think I'd be able to have got here without them. No, we need to get this done, and we'll go home. This is Red Moon Roleplaying. Me and the mirror, let's try and go out on the ship, get our vac suits ready, try and find an entrance point, get in, find my sister, get her out of there, and just try and get her out of here as quickly as we can.
Sounds easy enough.
So you will need a test to dock with the thing because, well, one, the asteroid itself is spinning and just sort of tumbling through space, and then the ship is lined up with it. So you sort of have to carefully line your ship up with the tumble that it's making to be able to dock with it. As you're trying to move into place, Brett, pick up a heat signature of a ship moving towards you fast at high G burn, and about that time your ship is hailed. This is the Mary Read. We have already claimed this ship as legitimate salvage. Heave to, or prepare to be fired upon. Now, the ship is still out of even missile range. You think you have about 45 minutes until it gets into missile range.
Do we have any weapons?
You have PDC cannons, which can be used at close range, and they're also used to take out missiles. It's basically a defensive weapon.
Okay, so what do you want me to do? Should I try to move out or fire or whatever?
Like I said, they're about 45 minutes away from being even within firing range. You have close to an hour.
Give them something. Use your charm. Just convince them we're not a problem. We're literally just here to get something, and then the salvage is all the rest is theirs. Like, you know, you're better at the words than me.
Okay, I will say something clever then. I will hail them back.
Okay. Are you leaving?
Yes, in a bit. The salvage is yours. We just want one thing, so you don't have to be feisty. It doesn't have to be a fight, okay?
Yeah, whatever. You see we're not running a transponder code, right? If you're not out of there when we're within range, we're launching torpedoes.
Yeah, we will be out of there. No worries. Okay? No fiery.
You just wait. We're coming.
Idiots. I don't say that to... Yeah. I don't say that to them. I just... Okay, so we have 45 minutes.
Okay, great. Let's make this quick then. And I start getting ready to go into our own airlock and vac suit up.
So to dock with the Janus, give me a target number 13 dexterity piloting test.
I roll 3 6s, so that is 24.
Normally a pilot would take like about 10 minutes or so lining up the ship and everything. No, she just slides in, uses her thrusters at the last second, sort of does a flip and burn for a microsecond to slow down the speed, and just glides the ship perfectly right up against the airlock. You've never seen anything like it. I mean, you should have destroyed your ship.
Yeah, and when I does that, I look at them to see if they actually got how easy I did this, and then I kind of raise my eyebrows and say, like, it's hard.
Sorry, Racco? You see me just putting on the helmet, like, what? Oh, are we in position?
Yeah,
Sabaka,
yeah.
you are good. You are good, sister.
Thank you. Thank you. At least someone appreciate my art. But yeah, we're good. You go slay, Brett Bryan.
So she just saved you 10 or 15 minutes.
I'm just too distracted putting on my suit and also getting my gun in my suit as well.
So is it just you going on the station? Who else is going?
No, it's me as well. And I'm bringing like a heavy wrench or something to club people with.
Okay.
If need be.
Brett, give me a intelligence, technology, or security test. Again, 13. To bypass the electronics on the airlock.
I've got engineering.
You can use that.
Oh, I got 13 exactly.
16.
Okay, 2 of you work on it, no problem. You bypass the electronics on the airlock. Opens up. There's emergency lighting going on the ship, sort of strobing slowly. It's sort of an amber color, which makes everything look kind of weird and sickly. There's no gravity, of course, but your mag boots hold you firmly to the floor, wall, or ceiling, wherever you feel like walking. There is minimal atmosphere, but you've got vac suits on. The first thing you notice is your external audio picks up the sounds of gunfire coming from somewhere towards the aft of the ship, like way down there.
Oh, fuck. Why did there have to be gunfire, Amira?
Where in the ship did she say Aviv is?
She's about 75 meters down in the direction towards the aft where the gunfire is coming from.
Hang on, don't worry. I've got it on my terminal, and I take out my hand terminal, which I've loaded the information onto, and I begin following it, saying to Amira, "Okay, right. I don't know why people are shooting each other. I don't really care. Let's just be quiet. Let's be careful.
Let's just hope they're shooting at each other.
Oh God, I don't even want to think why they're shooting at each other. But okay.
No, but could be pirates or something.
Gosh, I'd hate to be the pirates who have in 45 minutes more pirates coming."
There's basically a hand lift that goes down the center of the ship, and you take that down heading towards where you think the cargo canister is, where the signal's coming from. The sounds of gunfire get louder as you descend, and then quite suddenly they just stop.
I guess someone's won or lost.
You've come to the level where the canisters connect. Basically, it's a circular, more or less circular chamber with a small airlock on a door, basically on each cardinal direction. Basically one in front of you, one behind you, one to the right, one to the left. And you know that there are basically large cargo containers. Basically, think of them as large tractor-trailer lorry containers. The one that she's coming from is directly in front of you. However, there is a person standing there as well. They aren't paying attention to you. They have their back to you, and they're just sort of repeatedly rapping at the door, like just slapping their hand on the door, but nothing is happening.
There's just one.
Just one.
Can we sort of sneak up to where they're standing?
Who is going down the ladder first?
I will let Amira do that.
Yeah, it looks like he's just. It looks like probably a crew member, probably an engineer, just by their dress, and they're just wearing a jumpsuit. Like I said, this guy is just sort of slapping his hand against the door, and so you're trying to slip down there. He doesn't seem to notice you.
So he's not like trying to knock. He's just like beating with the flat of his hand.
Yeah, not even terribly hard. It's just like over and over again.
Okay, I try to move up close to him. I don't intend to start brawling with him right away. Just want to get close to him as fast and as quietly as I can.
I'm just gonna say you can do that. You launch yourself, and you can land pretty. Where do you want to land in relation to him?
Just like a half a step behind him.
Okay, yeah, you just sort of somersault down, and boom, your mag boots grab the floor with a chunk. But he doesn't respond. He should have heard it.
I say, "Hey, seems like no one is home. You need hand with that?"
He turns around, and you see now that on his arms, his veins and hands, and his face, his veins are showing. But they're sort of a dark, glowing blue in color. His eyes as well just are illuminated by this blue light. And as he just sort of spins, he looks all emaciated and is some kind of crystal structure growing on his face as well.
When I see his face, I kind of go like, oh, voila! And I just hit him in the face. Pure instinct. I just,
Sure. No, that's perfectly reasonable.
throw a punch in his face,
So roll 3d6 and add your brawling.
So I roll a 6 and 2 4s. And I have 3 in fighting and brawling, of course, as a speciality. So that's 5 more, which turns 19.
19. Okay. I'm going to say you hit him. So go ahead and give me... roll your damage.
I do a d6, I think. I have striking style, which means unarmed attacks do 1d6 instead of a d3.
Right, and then you also add your strength to that, I believe. Yes.
And I roll a 5, so that's 7.
It sort of makes this horrible sound as it reels back, and you see just this gout of brown vomit spew from its mouth and spews across the wall as you duck underneath of it. And then it after the punch you gave it, it just sort of collapses, just floating. Well, it's grav boots holding it, it's mag boots holding it to the floor, but it's just sort of floating there.
I just look a little confused. Like, I make sure to avoid this individual as he's floating around. Like, he must have some sort of disease or something. I don't know. Just stay away, maybe.
Yeah, I'm looking at my fist, in the vac suit though, but still, I'm like, I will do my best. Sorry, I got taken by surprise there.
No, that's okay. Maybe we'll get that decontamination when we get back on the ship. No idea what the fuck? I'm just looking at this corpse, this unconscious body, generally confused, but quickly decide we don't have time for this. Let's just move on.
All right, I'm going to cut back to the ship there for a moment with Raku. The pirate ship, the Mary Read, has increased its thrust. It seems kind of angry that, well, in fact, that they are angry that you have docked with the ship, and they start basically over an open channel swearing and yelling at you. Get away from there! I don't care what, we're gonna blow you up! You're not gonna, no one's gonna find anything of you!
Is there kind of precautions that I could take to, so it would get smoother to get away? Can I plan our escape somehow in a better way?
You could start running some simulations to try to figure out the best route out and what to do if they fire torpedoes on you.
And do I have a comlink to the others?
Yes, it's going to be spotty because of the radiation, but since it's a direct line, sure. Yeah.
No, because I don't answer the pilots. I just say to Amira, you need to hurry up. We soon got company. And then I will do the tests.
There's something weird about the people here. They're veiny and weird.
I don't care. Just get the sister.
So you're at the door to the cargo container that you believe holds Aviv.
Okay. I take it a deep breath. I'm actually sweating a little under the vac suit because this is all very, very strange, and I feel like I'd be questioning a lot more if I wasn't so concerned about the time. Instead, I'd just sort of cautiously knock on the door, but I do it so there's a bit of a rhythm to it, like a dun 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 kind of knock.
No one responds.
Shit, I try and get the door open.
It actually doesn't appear to be locked. You just sort of push a button, it slides open, and the second inside one slides open. And you see It looks like a medical facility almost set up in there. There are surgical beds and even what look like oxygen chambers set up. Within, there's about 7 people in lab coats going about monitoring various equipment and such. There is also what appears to be a surgery in process. There is a person on a medical bed who's basically, splayed open, as it were. And there's a couple of doctors or scientists above them poking and prodding at them. The first thing you notice is that the person who they're working on is wide awake, clearly, although not able to make a sound. But you can see their eyes are open and darting around, and they look over at you, crying out with their eyes for help. And you see Aviv standing there watching a computer data stream past on a computer monitor.
So how many people are standing?
7, yes. As well as a number of bodies on tables and such.
Well, I raise my gun in the air, I look to Amira, and I say, "Okay, nobody move, everyone just chill and stop what you're doing."
They all continue just doing what they were doing without paying any attention to you.
Well, that's weird.
Or at least you can tell us what you're doing.
They just continue doing, the surgery continues, and there's someone, tapping and doing some data entry of some kind. Viv, you see, just standing there, just like sort of watching, data streams go up and down a screen.
I start walking into the room, looking confused, kind of giving Amira a bit of a be careful gesture. And I try and go to my sister, and I'm like, "Sis? Hello? Are you there?"
She just turns her head. "Brian, you're here."
"Yes. Hey, hi, it's me. Got your message."
"I see. What are you doing here?"
"Getting you out of here. Like, how about we start going? We've got, about 30 minutes before a whole bunch of people come and start properly shooting everyone. So let's just get out of here."
"I have work to do. I'm quite busy right now."
Did you just hear what I said? You literally, probably 30 minutes, pirates are gonna arrive and start firing missiles in this location. What the hell are you even... You know what? No, I don't care. I have your friend, Kanika. She's on board the ship.
Oh. I assume she's safe?
Yes. She was trying to get you off the ship.
And I helped her go. It was fine. But I have work to do.
I look at my sister very strangely, and I take out my data pad. I just start trying to run like a little scan, like, what's going on here? Something strange.
She seems... Her heart rate is at a low resting rate. Like, there's no sign of agitation or excitement at all, which there should be, given the circumstances, right? You can't tell... You can't do, like, a blood analysis or anything like that, or full brain analysis. But, yeah, she just seems extraordinarily calm and focused.
I tell you what, how about you just come with me for a bit, and then when we sort out what's coming, you can get back to work. How does that sound, sis?
No, there really can't be any stopping. This is important.
Brett, Brian, do you want me to talk to her my way?
No, don't do that.
No, we could get her easily out of here.
Look, sis, I know this is important work, but I need you to come with me. Come on, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important, right?
I'm certain you believe it is important, Brian. But this is why I'm here. I need to complete this.
What even is this? Injecting people to make them walk around there was a guy, with blue veins, just walking around like some sort of zombie from a film.
You have no idea what's possible here. This is the next evolution, everything.
Is it really? That sounds wonderful, but you know me, I don't really care. And you sent me a message saying that you were doing something really dangerous and but you were in danger. Do you not remember?
Outside in the where the ladder is that goes up through the ship, there's some clanking coming down from the level down below, and I believe one of you is still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you glance down, you see there are a couple of people pulling their way up the ladder, and they have that same blue veiny look on their faces.
Brett Brian, it's time to go now.
Fine, just get us to come with us.
Okay. I walk over, I push past Brett Brian, and I basically I'm gonna try to pick her up and just grab her and to come with us.
If you pick her up, she begins struggling.
Given that she is his sister, I don't want to, boink her on the head or something, so I'm gonna try to grapple her so that she won't hurt herself or anyone else.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, you could. I mean, she's not nearly as strong as you, so you're able to get her in a grip. The other scientists sort of look over with confusion on their face, but they don't really react very much. You're also seeing coming up now, floating up from below, these little blue glowing fireflies.
This is not good. Let's get out.
I sort of wince, feeling a little helpless here, and as I start trying to make my way to the exit, hopefully with my sister struggling but at least coming with us, I will quickly radio back the ship, like, hey, Kanika, is there a reason that my sister is acting like a weird person and not, responding to us properly?
They give them drugs. Some of the scientists, that was part of the reason she wanted to leave. They give them, it's something like the Martian focus drugs, but worse.
Oh shit! How do you reverse that?
If we get her medical help, we should be able to reverse it.
Okay, fine. Okay, in that case, Amira, please just keep her with you and let's go. And I start making my way to the exit, drawing again, keeping my gun held.
Okay, and they just stand there, blank looks on their faces, just watching you as you pull her out. I mean, just not saying anything. But you see as you're backing up, there's the guy floating there, and some of the little blue fireflies that are floating up land on him as he's floating there, and wherever they land, you see the blue veins sprout further, and little crystalline formations start to grow.
Holy fuck! Keep her, Amira. Make sure you don't touch any of that, and keep my sister away from it as well.
I'm doing as good as I can. It's not easy.
All right, so you're going to try to pull her through the cloud of fireflies without touching?
She doesn't have a vac suit.
No, she doesn't.
Were there any... I panic a little. Were there any... Did I notice any before we got here?
Yes, well, right when you came inside the ship, there were definitely some.
Oh, shit. Hang on, You just stay here. I hand you my gun. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get a goddamn vac suit, and we're gonna make her put it on just before we take her through, because there's something happening here. I'll be right back! And I just run.
I guess give me a dexterity test.
12. Keeping in mind, I have a lot of fortune I'm willing to spend if I need to.
You don't have acrobatics or anything?
No.
Okay. 12. That's with your dexterity?
Yes.
Actually, I'm just going to use that. I mean, if you want to use 1 point of fortune, that will make it a little faster.
There we go.
Okay, so you're just climbing that ladder as fast as you can to get to the vac suits to get back to where you came into the ship. You're on your way, and meanwhile, in the corridor, in room. Are you closing the door to the room? Because the firefly little blue lights are starting to flutter around.
Yeah, I'll let her go. I'll take it, she'll just go back to her workstation or something. And then I'll just close the door and I tell, cause over the comm, I say, hey Brian, give the knock when you come back, okay? I have to close the door.
And just as you're closing the door, people are climbing up from below. And moments later, you hear them sort of slapping at the door on the outside. Brett, you get a vac suit and you hold it and carry it and basically slide all the way back down. But you see that there are two more of these infected crew members in the area there, blocking your way to get to the cargo container.
Oh, that's just brilliant, I say to myself. I take a moment to take out my hand terminal. Can I bring up some sort of, the map of this cargo pod?
What are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking for a location maybe nearby where if a ship outside with defensive weaponry maybe did a basic bit of attacking on this vessel, could maybe open up a hole into space in this corridor so that those guys would be potentially sucked out into space.
Oh yeah, you could definitely do that. That's not a assuming that the shooting was accurate.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. I start looking that up and I'll say, Racco, okay, little problem. Could you maybe fire something at this spot here, please?
Do you want me to fire something?
Yeah, there's, I have no idea what's going on, but they're dangerous. We need them out of the way. I'm gonna hold on to something, and if you just fire here, these things, I don't think they have any intelligence, so I think they'll be, hopefully flushed out into space. And then we'll be all vac-suited, and, shit. I say as I think about the people in the room that when I open the door won't be vac-suited.
Are you sure?
I don't know how to get past these guys. I gave my gun to someone else. That's weird. They seem dangerous.
So you want me to blow a hole in this ship?
Yes, we might even use it to, maybe we can get out that way. That might be quicker.
Okay, but are you coming? Because otherwise, this is serious business. I can just blow a hole.
As soon as I can move properly, yeah, we'll be coming.
Yeah, did you get your sister?
She's under some sort of effect of a drug and won't come. Actually, hang on, shit. Help me out here. Maybe blowing a hole's a bad idea. How can we use your weapons to stop these two people being in front of a door? Do you think?
I'm not following you, Brett Bryan. What is going on?
Okay, fair enough. I'll try and be more clear. Two hostiles. They're in front of a door. My sister and Amira are on the other side of that door.
And you don't have you have no weapons?
No, how do we solve this issue?
Well, I will throw in a thing that, as I did mention, you could theoretically docking clamp your ship directly to the cargo container and blow a hole in the cargo container at that point.
Yeah, there is one thing I could try, but it's really risky.
Yeah? What's that?
Well, I could just dock into this cargo place and, I don't know, do a hole here.
Oh, wait. You could do it straight to them. Then Amira could get into the ship from you, and then I can just come round from the outside.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do it. We don't have time.
Okay, hold on to something then.
I do so.
What should I roll?
It'll just be a piloting roll to get over there.
10, 15, 21.
So yeah, you declamp, you float around, and you just do a perfect little flip, and dock your ship right up against the outside of the cargo container. You don't have demolitions by chance, do you?
No.
Because you will kind of have to set a charge or something.
I do.
Oh, do you?
And I have explosives on me.
Okay, so you can blow it from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll patch in Amira and let her know what's going on.
So Amira, go ahead. Give me a demolitions.
A 5 and 2 3s. So that's 11 plus 3, that's 14 plus 2. So 16.
So with the ship there, the airlock already open, you set a perfect little charge to make just a big enough hole to crawl through with your vac suit, and boom, blow it open. And yes, you're able to board your ship, the Ebenezer Hazard, right from there.
As soon as I hear... Amira, are you on board?
Have I been able to bring his sister?
She is struggling. You can overpower her.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe, I've been doing the fight ring kind of thing for quite a while, so I think I might know how to make her more docile.
Dunk, and she slumps over.
Exactly, and I just, throw her over my shoulder, and I say to the rest of the people in the container, if you care to be alive in like an hour's time, then you should join us. If not, well, your problem.
They stand there and look at you, and that basically you're not even cleared out of the room entirely when they just turn and go back to their business.
Oh my god, that is awful.
Amira, have you gone on board?
Yep.
Good, okay. And I begin then climbing back up. I drop the vac suit, we don't need it anymore. And I just start climbing up the ladder to exit from the now vacant airlock, but I say, okay, if you could just come around and pick me up, that'd be great, and then we can get out of here.
Someone should pay me for this shit. And then I wait for Amira to come on board, and then I will do another little thingamathing.
Yeah, maneuver back over. As you pull away, though, you see missiles, torpedoes have been launched at you from long range.
Okay, so we got incoming. What should I do? I don't wanna leave Brett Bryan hanging here.
So, torpedoes are incoming. You have multiple choices. You can try to outrun them, which would obviously you can never fully outrun them, but you can try and put some distance. Or but they're at long range anyway. You can just wait till they get in, use their point in the closer range, use your PDC cannons, and see if you can take them out.
Yeah, but I also want to move to get to Brett, right?
Right. You can try and do both at the same time. Actually, you can because you've got the piloting.
Yeah, I will try to do that. I will try to take the missiles out while picking him up.
Go ahead and give me your piloting roll first.
11, 14 plus 6, 20.
And then, Brett, give me your, again, dexterity. That's to see how fast you move through the ship.
That's a 10. Again, happy to spend all that fortune I have to make them be better if I need to. So that's 10 so far.
Do you want to just spend fortune, or do you want to make a second roll? You can just go ahead and spend 3 fortune if you want.
Yeah, I have 17 fortune, so...
Okay, so you've maneuvered into place. You're waiting until the torpedoes get in. I guess, Amira, you're running the sensors. So give me a electronics warfare test, which is 3d6 plus intelligence technology.
12. But there's 2 4s. I guess that don't help. Can I spend fortune or something?
You got a 12 total?
Yep, I got a 12 total.
So let me see what they get.
Okay.
11, 12. So I got the same. So I'm just going to say nobody has an advantage.
Yeah, I got 2 4s though.
I'll give the ship's weapon a +1 for PDC defense then. So yeah, go ahead and you have a +1 to the test. So give me your PDC, your point defense test. That would be the pilot record.
9. I wanna use a reroll or some fortune or whatever.
Okay.
Mm.
Yep. So you can use fortune if you wish. So you needed a 12. So you need to spend 5 fortune. Your PDC cannons are desperately firing at this torpedo as it's coming in, and the torpedo just swerves. You're missing, and just at the last second, the PDC cannon takes it out. And you hear the aluminum of the torpedo, tinkling on the outside of your ship.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And you pull into dock for Brett.
And I just dive into the airlock as soon as I'm in, after just having heard like this gunfire, and be like, "Fucking hell, what's going on?"
Sorry, Brett, we are getting fired at, so please get your ass on this ship and we will get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'm getting on and let's get out of here. And I try and make my way back onto the ship, staying in the airlock, and as soon as I'm in the airlock I go, "Okay, we can go, let's go."
Okay, then I want to go.
So I'm gonna do basically a round or so of combat here as they are firing torpedoes at you, even though you're trying to leave. But eventually, because they're coming in towards the ship and you can just go away from it, eventually you'll move out of torpedo range very quickly. So, Raku, do you have command? Or you can use just straight communication if you want.
I have communication, but no command.
Okay, the way general combat works is you make a command test.
So I will just roll my communication?
Yeah.
Then I will get 13.
So yes, you get a 13. So you get one command set. So you can basically give a +1 to any chosen ship combat test. So you can give it, if you want to give give Amira a +1 for running the ship's sensors, for example, the electronic warfare. Also, I assume you're blasting out of here, trying to get away as fast as possible.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna require a hygiene maneuver as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you go ahead and give me a pilot test.
Oh, now I got 3 3s. So 9 plus 4 plus 6, 15, but I got doubles, triples of stuff.
And then Amira, give me another electronic warfare test, 3d6 plus intelligence technology. And you get a +1, yeah.
I roll 3 4s.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 12, 15, 16.
Oh dear God, they rolled a 4. So you have 15?
Yeah, with 3 4s.
Okay, so your PDC cannon's off a +9 this time around. And I'll give you another +1 because you had doubles. So +10. All of you, because basically the ship banks and turns and goes into a high G maneuver, give me a constitution test. You can add stamina if you have it. Well, Brett, you're still in the airlock too, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm holding on for dear life as I roll an 8.
11.
Okay, and Brett, give me a strength test. You need a 16.
So that's 11. So I shall spend fortune 11 to make that 16. That is 5 fortune I will spend.
Well, the good news is you managed to hold yourself in place. Like you don't go slamming into a wall as the ship banks and turns at high G. You take an additional 3 fortune just from the acceleration. Did everybody else make their constitution tests?
Yeah, 12. I got 12.
All right, so both of you are okay. The two of you feel the juice coming into your veins, as your vision gets sharper, and which protects you from the effects of the high G maneuvering. All right, and I'm going to have a final PDC test. Just give me 3d6. You get to add 10 to it.
So I rolled 10 and then plus 10. That's 20, and I actually have 2 4s as well.
This time you manage to take both the incoming torpedoes out from a distance. Raku's put the ship into like a 4G burn, and you're just like flying out of there. You quickly get out of even long torpedo range, and you are free.
Okay, let's get out of here. I will just take the fastest route wherever. Back, I guess.
Probably at a comfortable 1/3. Well, you used a lot of fuel getting out here too, so you probably want to take it easy getting back, and also comfortably rather than that full G. But
You hear from the airlock me giving a bit of a groan, like, good work. Ow.
Are you okay, Brett Bryan?
I'd be fine. Just hang on. We gotta Me and Amira and maybe my sister, we just gotta, on the way back, we gotta do a quick decontamination, just in case.
Okay, you do that.
Yeah, we will.
Don't worry about your sister. She bumped her head. She's sleeping now.
Oh, okay. Is she okay?
Yeah.
She does have a big knot on the back of her head. A big Amira-sized knot.
Amira looks kind of guilty, but yeah.
And I just slump in the airlock for now, and then we'll get ready. The basic decontamination procedure I'm sure the ship has.
You run through that. There is like sort of a basic med bay. So, you can put your sister into that if you want. Eventually, and it diagnoses... Basically, her bloodstream is just full of some kind of drugs, which it can flush out fairly quickly. And eventually she wakes up.
Hey, you feeling okay?
What are you doing here? Oh, I can't believe it. You came.
Well, yeah, of course I did. How are you feeling? You were on some sort of weird, robo drug or something.
I don't understand. It felt so important. I couldn't stop. I was never allowed to stop.
Yeah?
Kaneka sort of appears over his shoulder. You're all right?
Kaneka, you're okay. You're safe. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you made it. I can't believe you're both here.
Well, it was a bit close there for a minute. A couple of missiles. I don't know anything about your friends, but all I know is we got you out, sis, and it's gonna be okay.
Oh, so awful. You have no idea.
You know what? I don't need to know. We don't need to know. Let's just be happy that you're safe, and let's just get back, well, to my home, I guess. Don't worry about it. You sit back, you rest. It's all gonna be okay.
And with that, you head back to Ceres.
As we just start closing in on Ceres, I just am with Amira and Rako, and I just say, again, I owe you both more than I can pay, if I'm honest. Thank you.
You all right? For dinner? It's okay.
Are you gonna kiss her yet? I say, and I kind of push it towards my cousin.
Ah, come on.
Amira, come on. That's not how it works.
It might be.
And I laugh.
To wrap things up, you do learn upon on the way back from Aviv that they were using a sample of the protomolecule, which you know about from Eros, in an attempt to extend human life expectancy. Some of the scientists even believe perhaps attain immortality. What happened when the second engineering accident occurred, when the actual accident occurred, the surge of radiation, there were other scientific pods on this big ship, and one of the protomolecule infected people became super powerful as a result of the radiation and escaped, and thus spreading protomolecule throughout the ship. And, so you escaped something pretty horrifying.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying where we played The Expanse and the adventure Starcrossed. Our game master was Ian Lemke, who is one of the designers of the game for Green Ronin Publishing, and we were also joined by Jenny Bremberg and Anna-Karin Linder. The music was created by AlphaZone, Sabled Sun, and Xerxes the Dark, and was used with permission by their label Cryochamber. Check them out at cryochamber.bandcamp.com or their YouTube channel for more drone. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, and David Hagberg for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cultivately Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. For Beltalowda.